If there are certain elements already defined in living a financially stable life, then why do poor people aren't making much money? To explore this to a greater degree, we are going to discuss the elements that are making the rich more richer and the poor more poor. Number 1. Investment opportunities for rich people. We first have to know why the rich people are getting richer. Well, frankly speaking, when you are rich and have a substantial amount of money in your bank, you have many opportunities in multiplying your wealth. You can invest in a firm and can get a fair share of income as dividends, or you can start a company of anything considering the market demand and make a huge profit out of it. The point is that those who are well off have access to exclusive investment opportunities. Number 2. Using financial debt to their advantage. Rich people often use financial debt to their advantage, usually purchasing income-producing assets that will surely help them in the long run, such as buying property or apartment buildings that they can rent out to generate more wealth, or using financial loans to invest in more opportunities. Number 3. High-risk investments. A recent study by IMF blog, International Monetary Fund blog, has revealed that the rich are getting richer because they tend to put their money on high-risk investments, which a person with a basic income can't do. These high-risk investments often return a great profit, hence making rich people more richer, while the poor people are stuck on that same income. And as they realize that their financial growth is on a halt, the situation has become far worse. Number 4. Financial literacy and awareness. But that is not all of it. This research paper also states that in recent years, people are also getting huge profits on conservative investments. It can solely be because of good financial information, a trained mindset of wealth generation, and awareness of the financial market. Number 5. Unproductive mindset of the poor people. Now the question arises, why the poor people are becoming more poor when there are the same number of opportunities for them in the financial market? Well, the main reason is the mindset. The poor mentality of people often leads them into thinking that becoming rich is beyond their reach, while on the other hand, the rich people have entirely different beliefs regarding cash management that separate them from those who never succeed in meeting their expenses. Number 6. Short and long-term benefits of investment. Rich people focus on longer-term profits, while poor people have short-term thinking. Poor people also don't want to invest in long-term business plans, such as a span of 2 years might be too long for them, and they might prefer buying a car over it. But little do they know that, if they invest rightfully into a long-term business, then after a couple of years, they would get profit in return worth probably twice or possibly thrice the price of that car. Poor people generally don't feel the need to think out of the box and create more wealth-generating opportunities. They would rather work hard to pay off their debts than to devise methods in order to earn instant cash and then invest it onto a profitable business. On the other hand, rich people usually have a never settle for less mindset. They do all sorts of jobs and keep up with the current market affairs in order to remain up to date about the latest trends. They don't let any slightest of opportunity slip from their hands, and even after they face some sort of backlash or monetarily loss, they take it as a part of the learning process and keep moving forward. That's why, after a handful of experience in the business industry, rich people are financially settled, have little to no debts, no need to do side hustles, and can easily enjoy early retirement. While on the other hand, the poor people work day and night, and still they aren't any better than before. Conclusion: working class with generally low income can't really show their full potential and generate more wealth because firstly, they haven't grown up in an environment where they are taught finance management, and secondly, they don't have the means to invest in something to secure their future income. Hence, because of this, they end up getting stuck in an unwanted loop, where they just work to pay off their debts and they cannot spend more than a fixed amount of cash, as they have no source of extra income. In third world countries, the gap between the rich and the poor have exceeded its limits, and it is yet expected to be increased more. This financial inequality causes inflation to a much larger scale of up to 40%, that further increases the price of the commodities, and hence making it more difficult for the poor to survive. However, it rarely affects the rich as much as it affects the poor working class of the society.